Leeds International School, Form 1, second term, Buddhism, lesson number 17, and the lesson is Importance of Right Speech. Learning objectives of this lesson, students will be able to identify what is meant by right speech. Students will learn the Jataka stories of Buddha's life. This lesson will provide children the value of using the right speech. Buddhism is an ancient religion that is practiced today in many areas of the world. In this lesson, the students will discover how Buddhism emerged and learn about Buddha and identify some of the main beliefs of the religion. Okay children, now we'll see what is this right speech. The Buddha was precise in his description of right speech. He defined it as abstaining from false speech, abstaining from malicious speech, abstaining from harsh speech, and abstaining from idle chatter. So, in this simply means not lying, not using speech in ways that create discord among people, not using swear words or hostile or raised tone of voice, and not engaging in gossiping. Reframed in the positive, these guidelines urge us to say only what is true, to speak in ways that promote harmony among people, to use a tone of voice that is pleasing, kind, and gentle, and to speak mindfully in order that our speech is useful and purposeful. So, right speech is a mindfulness practice. This is a famous quote from Lord Buddha. Before you say something to someone, always think about how you would feel if someone told you the same. The right speech is a mindfulness practice. By undertaking this practice, we commit to greater awareness of our body, mind, and emotions. Mindfulness makes it possible to recognize what we are about to say before we say it, and thus offers us the freedom to choose when to speak, what to say, and how to say it. With mindfulness, we see that the heart is the ground from which our speech grows. We learn to restrain our speech in moments of anger, hostility, or confusion, and over time to train the heart to more frequently incline towards wholesome states such as love, kindness, and empathy. From these heart states, right speech naturally arises. Now, we'll take a look at the benefits of right speech. The first one is save us from getting into arguments and situations that we will later regret. Enable us to develop warm, sensitive, and harmonious friendships and relationships. And the third one is develop the skill of knowing how, what, and when to share our thoughts and feelings. And you will be appreciated by everyone in the society if you are using right speech. And the gods and devas protect us. There is a famous quote saying, if you can't control your mouth, there is no way you can hope to control your mind. This is why right speech is so important in day-to-day practice. Right speech explained in negative terms means avoiding 4 types of harmful speech. Now, as I told you before, the 4 types are lies, divisive speech, harsh speech, idle chatter. This is where the practice of right speech intersects with the training of the mind. Before you speak, you focus on why you want to speak. This helps to get you in touch with all the things that take in place in the committee of voices running in your mind. If you see any unskillful motives lurking behind the committee's decisions, you veto them. As a result, you become more aware of yourself, more honest with yourself, more firm with yourself. You also save yourself from saying things that you will later regret. In this way, you strengthen qualities of mind that will be helpful in meditation, at the same time avoiding any potentially painful memories that would get in the way of being attentive to the present moment when the time comes to meditate. In positive terms, right speech means speaking ways that are trustworthy, harmonious, comforting, and worth taking to heart. When you make a practice of these positive forms of right speech, your words become a gift to others. In response, other people will start listening more to what you say and will be more likely to respond in kind. This gives you a sense of the power of your actions. The way you act in the present moment does shape the world of your experience. You don't need to be a victim of past events. So, my dear children, here you can see the picture of 8-fold paths. So, they are right understanding, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. So, here you can see right speech is considered as a main factor in 8-fold paths. Now, children, you can see 3 pictures. So, in the first picture, you can see Angulimala and Lord Buddha. So, Angulimala is a famous person and he's a bad character. So, he killed so many people. So, he addressed the Buddha in a rough way. He uses harsh speech, but Lord Buddha spread kindness to him. And the second picture, you can see the Brahmin Nakhosa who addresses the Buddha in a rude manner. But during that time also Lord Buddha spoke very kindly to Brahmin Nakhosa and taught and preached Dhamma to him. And in the third picture, you can see Princess Yashodhara and small son Rahula. So Queen Yashodhara is also a very kind lady and he showed and he talked with his Bhikkhu Rahula in a very kind manner. Even Lord Buddha spoke with him in a very kind manner. So these are the examples where Lord Buddha has used right speech in his life. In this slide, there are some specific advices on right speech. So here there are 4 points. The first one is to abstain from false speech, especially not to tell deliberate lies and not to speak deceitfully. And the second one is to abstain from slanderous speech and not to use words maliciously against others. Third one, to abstain from harsh words that offend or hurt others. Last one, to abstain from idle chatter that lacks purpose or depth. Now, in this slide, we are going to learn about right listening and silence. Lord Buddha is the person who admires and appreciates silence. In Buddhist ethical theories, emphasis is also given on 2 or more aspects of right communication, which can be brought under the precepts of right speech, and these are right listening and silence. So, even if we are using right speech, the right listening also should be there. The Buddha emphasized a lot on the notion of silence, and he himself communicated with a lot of seekers through observing silence. Now we have come to the end of the lesson, so we'll discuss about the summary today. So today we learn about what is right speech, and we discuss about the stories related to Buddha regarding right speech, the story of Akkosa, the story of Angulimala and Prince Rahul. And we discuss about Noble Eightfold Paths. And finally, the value of silence taught by the Buddha. I hope you understood the lesson very well. Now we'll see the questions from the textbook. So there are 5 questions in your textbook. So first one is, what is right speech? The second one is name the eightfold paths in order. And the third one is write 5 importance of right speech. Number 4, how did the Buddha value silence? And there you have to explain your answer. Last question, how you are going to react for a person who is trying to speak against you. So question number 5, you have to think and write your answer. So we have come to the end of the lesson. So thank you very much for listening and have a nice day.